In this video, I'm going to answer the most commonly asked questions about Amazon FBA, including the ones most people won't give you a straight answer on. So here's the ugly truth about Amazon FBA. Now, Amazon FBA has a reputation of being the easiest way to start an online business because it sounds way too simple. You don't need your own warehouse, you don't need to ship or fulfill orders, you don't even need to handle customer service. Amazon does it for you and you can run an FBA business from anywhere in the world. Now, while all these statements are technically true, a common misconception a lot of people have is that running a successful Amazon FBA business is easy. But in reality, success with Amazon has its pros and cons, and it's nowhere near as straightforward as most of these gurus make it sound like. So in this video, I'm going to answer the most in-depth questions about Amazon FBA to give you a full picture of what it actually takes to run a profitable Amazon business. And this is coming from someone who's been running an Amazon business for almost 5 years now. By the way, if you're looking to start selling on Amazon and you want one-on-one coaching from me and my team to help you launch your first product the right way, you can check out the link in the description to apply. Question number 1, what exactly is Amazon FBA and how does it work? Amazon FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. This is where Amazon stores your product for you, and every time a customer orders a product from your listing, Amazon's employees will go in the warehouse, pick, pack, and ship the product to the customer for you. So all you have to do is find the products and ship it off to Amazon's warehouse, and then they will take care of everything else after that. This is the exact reason why I chose this business model, because I don't want to be sitting at home shipping orders to my customers. I want to be able to build a lifestyle business, which means that I could be anywhere in the world, and anytime I get an order, Amazon does the work for me. I just have to make sure I find the right products and then just have enough stock in the Amazon warehouse. Question number 2, is Amazon FBA legal and legit? Amazon FBA is 100% legal. There are small businesses, there are billion-dollar businesses, and there are medium-sized businesses all selling on Amazon. As long as you comply with Amazon's policy and you don't sell counterfeit products or buy reviews or do anything that's against Amazon's policy, you are good. There is nothing that can get you in trouble. Question number 3, do I have to buy and store inventory? New sellers have this misconception that Amazon FBA is like drop shipping. So in drop shipping, you don't need to buy inventory. You list a product, and then anytime you get an order, you order from the supplier and then you ship it off to the customer. Now, the problem with this model is that the waiting time can be long. It can be 12 days, it could be 30 days, and the customers will get unhappy. With Amazon, you can't do this. If you try dropshipping on Amazon using that exact model, it's actually against Amazon's policy, so you could be suspended if Amazon finds out. You have to buy inventory up front for Amazon and ship that off to Amazon's warehouse. So yes, you're buying the inventory, but you're not storing it yourself. So you don't need a huge warehouse. You don't need to store it at your home. You could literally buy it and get it shipped directly to Amazon from your supplier, or you can buy it to your home, get it shipped, and then check the quality of the product. If you're gonna label it, if you're gonna do anything to the product, you can, and then you can ship it off the following day using UPS directly to Amazon's warehouse. In my opinion, this is a better way to sell physical products online, because remember, you are selling products to real human beings on the other side when they buy the product. And if you're not checking the product quality before you sell it, you will get returns and refunds and maybe even complaints. So it's best you check the quality and then you send that stock off to Amazon, so you also are aware on what exactly you're selling and how does it feel as well. Question number 4, can I ship the product directly to Amazon from the supplier? I briefly did answer this in the previous question, but yes, you absolutely can. However, if you're selling wholesale products, meaning you're selling branded products on Amazon, some suppliers may not ship it directly to Amazon. So in that case, you will have to get it ordered to your home and then ship it from your home to Amazon's warehouse. Now, the great thing about Amazon is that Amazon is partnered with UPS. And the cost of you having to ship the product from your home to Amazon is actually a lot more cheaper than it would cost you to ship 20-30 kg of products to Amazon. Another great thing is that UPS has next day pickup. So you could literally get your stock from the supplier today. You could prep it to ship it off tomorrow. And if you want to go even further, then you can actually schedule UPS to come collect it on the same day if you schedule it before 12 p.m. So if your stock arrived at 9 o'clock in the morning, you can schedule the pickup same day if you do it before 12 p.m. in the afternoon. So that's the great thing about UPS and Amazon. Question number 5, are you allowed to resell branded products without the brand's approval? The answer is yes, absolutely. This comes under the wholesale business model where you are simply buying the products in bulk from a wholesaler or the brand directly, and then you resell them directly on Amazon. However, some of these brands may be restricted or gated, meaning you are not directly allowed to sell them. You need to basically get an approval to sell these, and to do that, all you need is an invoice of you showing proof that you have actually bought it from a wholesale supplier or the brand directly. The great part about these type of products, the ones that you need approval on, there is less competition. So if you know how to get ungated, which I've covered in my previous videos, you will be able to sell on listings with less competition. Now, while you're allowed to resell branded products, you have to make sure that the products are authentic, meaning they're not fake, and you're not just buying from a supplier who's not authorized, because they could be buying fake products of that brand from China and then just selling it to you. The easiest way to figure out if it's fake or real, you can actually know by typing in the website on something like Google and just type in the actual website name followed by reviews, and then you'll be able to get any Trustpilot reviews or any phishing site that will show you whether this website is a scam or it has got any bad reviews. You'll be able to figure out directly through that. Question number 6, do you need a business license or seller's permit to sell on Amazon? Amazon does not ask you for any licenses or seller permit to create an account. However, in countries like the US or Canada, you will be asked to get a business license or a seller's permit in order to actually do your sales tax. And when you also contact wholesale suppliers, they will ask you for your seller's permit or business license in order to open a trade account with you. So to create an account on Amazon, no, you don't need it. However, some countries will require just for you to operate a business like this in that country. But again, it's not that complicated to get a seller's permit. It's really easy. The process is much more simple than you think. Question number 7, how do you find products to sell on Amazon? There are 3 different types of products you can sell on Amazon. The first one is arbitrage, which is actually against Amazon's policy. These are products that you go to a local supermarket, you go to the clearance section, you see the ones that are discounted by 50-60%, you buy as many as you can, and then you ship it off to Amazon. But again, this is against Amazon's policy. The second type of products is wholesale products. These are products that are again branded products from well-known brands, but you're buying them in bulk from an authorized wholesale distributor or the brand directly, and then you're reselling them on Amazon. This is not against Amazon's policy. The third type of product is a private label product. This is when you create your own brand on Amazon. You create your own listing, and then you get the product from Alibaba or a Chinese supplier, where you get your own logo on the product, and then you just start selling that on Amazon. Each of these obviously has its own pros and cons, but the one I recommend if you're just getting started is always wholesale Amazon. The reason being is because private label not only will cost you a lot more, but it will also require you to know a lot more about ads, creating listing, keyword research, and basically there's a lot more to learn. Quick side note, if you're serious about starting your own Amazon business and you want one-on-one coaching from me and my team to help you launch your first product successfully, check out the link in the description to apply. Question 8, how much does it cost to start Amazon FBA realistically? You can start arbitrage Amazon for as low as £250 to £300, but it's against Amazon's policy. Then we have wholesale, which you can start from anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000, which is pounds or dollars. And then you have private label. For private label, I would say you need a minimum of £3,000 to £5,000 to just launch your product and have enough for your ads as well. Question number 9, is Amazon FBA still worth it in 2025 or is it too saturated? This is one of the most common questions I get asked, like, hey, Amazon FBA looks to be so competitive nowadays. There's so many people selling on Amazon. While that is true, you also have to understand that a lot more customers are on Amazon. More people are buying. Amazon is the biggest online marketplace in the world. Amazon has been growing year after year in terms of revenue and third-party sellers. So don't just look at the amount of sellers selling on Amazon. You also have to look at the amount of people buying on Amazon. Just to give you a bit of context, there are currently around 9 million active sellers worldwide on Amazon. There are over 300 million active customers buying on Amazon, and there is over 1 billion site visits on Amazon every single month. Do you understand this? Like, the ratio to sellers to customers is crazy. And as e-commerce gets more popular, Amazon is going to keep taking the market share more and more. So there is always going to be more demand for sellers than customers. But I'm not going to be biased and tell you that Amazon FBA is as easy as it was 10 years ago, like in 2015, when you could just buy or find a random product, put it on Amazon, and you will start making money. It's not that easy anymore. You need to know the right methods, the right ways to market your product, and the right ways to find profitable suppliers. I see a lot of people making the same YouTube videos over and over again, and some of the information some of these people share used to work in 2020 or 2015, not anymore. Question number 10 is, how do you deal with returns that customers do on Amazon? Because I did say that Amazon is the one who deals with the customer service and the returns as well. But what actually happens once a customer goes in and returns it? So once a customer returns the product, it goes back to Amazon. Amazon's employee will review the product, and if it's still in a sellable condition, it will go ahead and go back into your inventory, so then it can be sold again. However, if it's not, then you can choose to get that product sent back to you, or Amazon can go ahead and destroy it. That's literally the options you have. One of the complaints a lot of sellers have about Amazon is that you don't have any control over the returns because Amazon puts the customer first. Amazon, literally, if you go on Amazon and you ask for a refund, Amazon will give you a refund with no questions asked. But as a seller, that could be a negative thing. However, I see it as a positive because I often don't sell products with high returns. And because of that return policy, a lot of people trust Amazon. And that's why the conversion rate of people who see your products, they will not feel scared to buy your product compared to you selling on your own website where there is no sort of trust or no sort of safety about the order they're making. So that's kind of how I see about this whole return issue that most sellers find, which I don't get about. What are the main advantages of Amazon FBA over other business models? The first thing is a Prime badge. When you do FBA, Amazon gives you that Prime label on your actual product, which means it's going to be next day delivery or the following day. You get massive trust from customers, which increases your conversion rate like no other platform. The second advantage is Amazon's whole logistics and how they handle it, because they literally pick, pack, and ship orders for you. You don't do anything. All you have to do is send the product off to Amazon. And right now, like, I'm sitting here, and if I just go to my Amazon seller app, like, I'm making money right here while I don't do anything. I literally don't have to do anything. I'm making money while making this video on Amazon. Third is you get access to over 300 million active customers on Amazon. These are just Prime customers. Fourth is scalability. You can scale this business a lot more faster than if you were to do all the fulfillment yourself. Because once again, you're leveraging the infrastructure of a $1 trillion organization. Now, with the pros does come with the drawbacks as well. So question number 12, what are the downsides that most gurus don't talk about Amazon FBA online? The first one is Amazon fees. While Amazon does everything for you, they store it, they pack it, they ship it. For all of these things, they charge you a fee, which takes up from your actual profit. Now, while this is a drawback, I just see this as a cost of doing business, because if I was to do this myself, it will still cost me somewhat similar or more than how much Amazon is charging me in terms of fees. Plus the amount of stress I can get off by just not having to do with the customer part and fulfillment part. It just helps me out a lot. Second is inventory management stress. When you start selling a lot of products on Amazon, you have to make sure you stay in stock, because the whole process from the moment you run out of stock all the way to you sending your Amazon products to Amazon and then that coming live can take almost 7 days to maybe 1.5 weeks. And you will lose out on a lot of sales if you don't stock on time. Plus, if it's your own listing and you run out of stock, then your listing's bestseller rank will also drop. And if that drops, the amount of sales your listing will make will drop as well. And Amazon won't push your listing as much because they don't trust you to stay in stock throughout the month, throughout the year, and that will affect your listing negatively. And the third and the biggest downside is Amazon's policies. Amazon can suspend you anytime they want if you just trigger one of the policies and you don't comply with it. And that is one of the biggest drawbacks. Plus, Amazon's customer support team is not the best in the world. So when you have an issue related to your account, if it's a simple issue, they will fix it instantly. They will go ahead and sort it out through seller support. But if it's an issue like your listing has been suppressed or your listing has been suspended, to get that resolved, sometimes it might take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks to just get that issue sorted. But as long as you're keeping up with all the new changes to the policies and you're always complying with the policies, you should be good. Question number 13, what's the best long-term strategy to survive on Amazon? Now, the answer to this question is something you should consider 2 to 3 years from now and not right now. So what I'm about to tell you now, don't start thinking of this right now because you're just getting started. So the long-term plan of selling on Amazon isn't to just be an Amazon seller. You want to diversify later on Shopify, meaning your own website. You want to go to other marketplaces, maybe TikTok, and you also want to build your own email list of customers, because when you start selling on Amazon, you don't really own the customer. You can never retarget them. You can never sell them stuff again. you can just keep selling on Amazon. So essentially you want to build a brand on Amazon and outside Amazon that you own rather than just being an Amazon seller. Finally, question number 14, is Amazon FBA still profitable in 2025? Amazon FBA is profitable in 2025, but it depends on which business model you are going to pick. So as I mentioned, there are 3 ways you can sell on Amazon: arbitrage, wholesale, and private label. Each of these require an X amount of budget. Each of these require different level of skill sets to actually become successful at it as well. A lot of people who jump on Amazon, they straight want to start with private label, meaning building their own brand. This is not the best way you should go about it, because you will fail. Like 90% of the times you will fail, because the skill sets you require to actually grow a private label brand on Amazon is not something you can learn within a few weeks or within a few months. It's 6 months minimum of learning, growing, and launching your brand. What I recommend is, if you want to be profitable with Amazon, start with wholesale Amazon first, get profitable, get to at least 6 figures with wholesale, and then think about using the profits from wholesale to launching your own private label brand. This is the best strategy you can use in 2025 if you want to start Amazon FBA. Just a reminder, if you want to start selling on Amazon and you want one-on-one coaching from me and my team to help you launch the right way, check out the link in the description to apply.